Buenos Dias Gunners Collective. Back at it, you already know. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Little something different, huh? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Like a mother. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Like a mother. Smack at it. Bye-ya. 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 Or as you can tell by that thumbnail right there, this individual right here wanted to get it in. Oh, yes, he did. Indubitably. And in getting it in, he also got 82 years, right? For the heinous crime, which you're going to see with me. You're going to react to me reacting to this shit, right? I think it goes down like that. Anyways, in a menudo style and direct fashion, a lot of people have been asking the Gun, hey, Gun, we want to see you react to some shit because we think you could do good at it. Well, the day has come. I finally figured it out. This broke-ass Mexican finally got him a microphone, right? Because I'm just a broke-ass Mexican, and sometimes, man, I can't afford nothing, right? But I was able to scrape up pennies, smash cans, kill roaches, do whatever I had to do to make it happen in the ghetto. And now we're on time. We're on fire. We're about to get it in. I thought it for no other reason. Because I was streaming and I was watching a lot of different things on social media, this popped up and I said, good Lord, right? I thought that for no other reason I should speak on this. Because it's something that has happened that I never once thought could happen on the calles. Let alone anywhere I've ever been. I've seen it happen in prison. You know, visually, I didn't watch it go down, but I know that I could hear it from a distance, right? God! Yeah, I think, I don't want to say too much, but, you know, shit, it sounds like fucking going on around here, right? I just definitely didn't want to get involved, and it wasn't my business to get involved in other people's business, but at the same time, this man definitely took it upon himself to do this shit on the calles. Now, I'm sure it was meth-related. Usually, drogas play an intricate part into weird stuff like this. Hey, but one never knows, does one? This vato could not be all there, but he was all there, right? And that right there was unfortunate for the victim. But let's get straight into it, man. I don't want to speak on or geek on nothing I don't know about. So let's talk about it as it proceeds. The Gun. Feel me?
That is how long Felix Valle will spend in prison for sexually assaulting a man inside of a Houston area bar. KPRC2's Devin Clark joining us live from downtown Houston tonight, where the Harris County District Attorney's Office, Devin, is speaking publicly about this case.
First of all, look at the brother. Look at that face right there. He's like, man, y'all white people got me talking about some stupid shit, right? He ain't even trying to go that route, and I understand. You know, two things are going through his mind right now. Man, I'm just trying to get home and get me a big old mama, right? And the second thing that's going through his mind is, y'all white people got me fucked up, right? Y'all got me over here on the news talking about another man doing another man in South Carolina. I ain't trying to be doing all that. My homeboys and my mama's watching this shit, right? He definitely doesn't want to talk about it, but he will. Because at the end of the day, everyone likes that bag, and he's chasing that paycheck. And if he has to talk about some heinous shit, well, let's get with it. Brothers ain't tripping. Let's go.
Daniela, prosecutors proved that brutal attack lasted longer than 20 minutes. It involved a beatdown with a bar stool, a gun.
You know that brother's hood right there. He said it lasted longer than 20 minutes. We're going to get to that in a minute, but he said it involved a beatdown, right? He didn't say it involved an assault. See, if it would have been a white guy or a brown guy, would have been like, it involved an assault. This guy got, his manhood taken from him. This brother said that shit involved a beat down, a stomping, you know what I mean? He done did the Christian rock to him, the blue face beat down, all that, right? This brother, man, he ain't even really trying to be here, but at the same time, he's there, so he's going to do what he does. Now, 20 minutes, let that sink in, gente. 20 minutes this individual was savagely beaten and ultimately handled, right? Manhandled in this fashion. Now, what can be going through the mentality of the victim? You know, you already know what was going in him, but what can be going through his mentality? That definitely was a scary situation. It definitely was a situation none of us want to be in, but it was real. You know, what can be going through the mind perpetrating this, allegedly perpetrating this act? Some sick ass shit. Notice how he's out of Houston, right? I don't want to say there's SPM comparisons, but I'm gonna go that route. Shout out to my boys from Houston, real ones, man. Tonga blasting or you ain't lasting. I already know, man. Motherfuckers in Houston don't get down like this. It's just a kawinky dinky, right? And he was sticking his winky in his stinky. So let's get right to it. Ugly shit.
Sodomy. One of the people involved handed down a hefty sentence today. A second soon to meet her fate.
There's just no motive that could explain the behavior of the defendant.
We'll leave it right there. As you can tell, the name of that bar where this went down was the Fountainhead. Okay. I'll tell you right now, Holmes, this motherfucker right here ain't never drinking a fountain soda again. He ain't never drinking out no Fountainhead. He ain't never going to no Fountainhead. He'll never again drink out of the Manguera. The Fountainhead. This motherfucker went to the Fountainhead and thought he was able to give a man his Fountainhead, right? You don't get down like this, man. I can't think of fountains and heads the same way anymore, man. Can you believe that? Out of all places, motherfucker got his cheeks clapped at the Fountainhead. Hey, bro. Hey, what are you in here for? Hey, shit, I don't even want to talk about it. Hey, no, where'd you catch your case then? Over at the Fountainhead? Yeah, what'd you do? Shit, I gave someone my Fountainhead, right? This ball, what? Right, okay. Hey, it's an ugly situation, and it's just a coincidence, and it's just the irony of a place, man, where you got your whole fucking cheek split apart was the Fountainhead. Forever, man. You know, because he probably walks funny. Forever, he's going to be telling his homeboys, they're going to be like, hey, bro, you want to go take a trago at the Fountainhead? He's like, nah, fuck that, eh? You know what happened to me at the Fountainhead, right? What? Sasuke got all drunk and made a torta? Nah, it was the torta. You know what I mean? Ugly. Let's get to it.
Defendants.
The details are chilling.
On the night of the freeze in Houston, when pipes were bursting and power was out at the Fountainhead Bar off of LN 1960, our victim and other friends that in the bar were attacked.
The culprits, Felix.
Look at that maniaco and that maniaca.
Cordoba, a couple who tried to convince the victim to pay for sex with Cordoba.
So take a good look at that fucking mug on that Vato's face. That looks like the kind of Vato that'll ravage you. You don't want that smoke. She probably held his ankle bones while her old man did his deed. Now look, you can tell by them quack-ass tattoos on their face, they're on drogas. Okay, some ain't right. Some definitely ain't right. This individual right here, it looks like he has a fucking rose tattooed on his face, a blooming rose. Like I said, he was trying to hit someone's cabbage. And then you got this chick over here. I don't know if that's blood coming out of her face or that's meant to be like that. She's got a heart with some fucking devil horns and all that. And it looks like she has the word sinner tattooed over her eye. To what degree of sinner I can't call it. She definitely sinned that night. So allegedly they were going into this bar and he was trying to sell his old lady to any man willing to take her. I would have looked at her and thought that was a man. That's just right off the top. You know, to what degree of pronoun she's rocking, I can't call it like an alcoholic. But at the end of the day, I would have definitely declined that offer. So I guess the guy declines the offer, and they didn't feel that. They're saying, okay, Sasuke, you don't want to eat it? Well, then you're going to eat it. And then it got ugly. And these two individuals, look at only a fucking a face a fucking stepmom would love. And then you look at her face, and she looks like she doesn't seen too many peepas in her lifetime. Tell me that don't remind you of Blueface and Christian Rock. I'm just saying, though.
But he refused.
They broke items on him, used a gun, shots were fired, and he sustained serious life-threatening injuries.
It was a prolonged attack that lasted more than 20 minutes before officials arrived and arrested the couple.
The bar.
So they used weaponry, allegedly. Now, all this is alleged. You know, until they're convicted, I don't ever want to put anything on anyone's plate. Like I said, I just thought it was a story, man. Such brutality and such viciousness of the story that I had to, you know, just do my first reaction to it because how would I not? You know, I had to react to that's some crazy shit right there. As you can tell by that picture right there, look at that bar stool. Look at that bar stool, gente. Okay, you see how beat up it is from the feet up it is? I'm going to tell you right now, that shit was used in the commission of the crime, right? That bar stool definitely right there seen better days and seen the inside of someone's fucking aorta. It was deep in someone's cavity, man, and that's the cool part about it. Look at all the sangre. These individuals really were about that bag. They really were chasing that bag, or they were on the bag chasing another one, because to what degree of doing this to a person, you have to really hate this person. Now, if this man did something to him prior, I could understand going in there and giving him the beat down from the feet down, but I can't understand getting him from the waist down. You know what I mean? I just don't get down like that, and I can never fathom how anyone could go that route. But obviously, there are vatos that are going to do that. Oh, when they say, man, hey, shit, fuck you, I'll fuck you, right? Well, what do you mean you'll fuck me, right? It was ugly, and it definitely happened.
Bar stool was used because it was broken over the head of the victim as he's there unconscious on the floor. He was nearly kicked to death.
While the victim was unconscious, Valle, who has a lengthy
look at that fat fucker
history, also
medium t-shirt on.
Sexual violence affects.
Got a medium t-shirt on, V-cut, you know what I mean, so he can show off the motherfucking pecs. You better respect it. Now trip out on that, Vato. You could damn near see his nipples through the fucking t-shirt if you look close. Not that I was looking, I'm just saying though. You know, how could you miss it? this individual, there's no way that guy's going in there fucking anyone that I know. Period. He is not even going to attempt to look in our direction. If he would have came out and knocked the rose on the other side of his face, and hey, the rose would have died. You ain't coming in no bar homes where me or any of my homies are talk about Sasuke, you want to buy my old lady? Sasuke, nah, bro. Hey, because well, I mean, we'll take a cat pilling by her for the Lolo, you know what I mean, or maybe for on GP. But as far as buying her homes, I mean, what's there to buy? She's all piruja, fucking tirada as it is. I think she should be giving that out. You know what I mean? Make memories. And then this guy beats this dude down. This could only mean that this guy was a victim. He had victim written all over his face, and they took advantage of that. But the heinousness and the brutalness of this crime, man, to beat him, to shoot him, to drag him all over there for 20 minutes, and then ultimately to stick something in his culo, damn, bro. You know what I mean? You really was desperate, huh? He was like, oh, you don't want to shit. You don't want to have sex with my lady? Well, Sasuke, then you're the bitch. You know what I mean? Sasuke did him like the Italian guy in American Me. That's fucked up. Arroz con leche.
Men too. 1 in 4 men in this country will experience contact sexual violence in their lifetime.
You hear that? You about to better hide.
Says the residual effects of sexual violence are the same for men and women.
PTSD, anxiety, depression, withdrawal, isolation. So we need to talk about.
I'm gonna tell you right now, man. Like I said, this is something that people need to stay aware about because they're saying even a fucking vato can get it. I'm telling you right now, if you get your motherfucking sideburns ripped off, it's going down. It's ugly. Like I said, being incarcerated and doing a lot of time, there's been times and places where I know people were getting victimized. It was not my business. I kept on the mobilization was real. The swivelization was real. I was doing my own thing, man. My name was Bennett. I definitely wasn't up in it. Period. Right? And I wasn't trying to be involved in what they had going on. Guard! What? I mean, I ain't gonna say nothing, but it sure smells like caca in here, right? Definitely smelled like caca in there, and I just kept on mobbing because to what degree of caca I was not trying to find out. But it happens, you know, it happens. But for something like this to happen on the calles, on the streets, wow, you know, this definitely is a situation that I thought I would react to because I've just never seen anything like this. You know, I will tell a story one of these days, and I guess I'll condense it and tell you guys a little bit of it right now. There was a homeboy, an active homeboy at one point in time, man, up out of Merced, and you know, he was looked at as a righteous homeboy by a lot of people. You know, he was definitely a friend of mine. We're no longer on speaking terms based on some other shit. You know, I just don't fuck with him, man. But at that time, you know, I did back his play. I guess he got into it with a few individuals from his neighborhood, to at which time when he was asleep or drunk at a party, man, they did some bad things to him with a broomstick, swept him on up. Everybody that was involved in that situation ultimately did get deemed and get become all bad. And he did as well, even though he was a victim and it was out of his hands, because they had something in his ass, then that was that. You know, don't demonetize me, Spencer.
Think about it and normalize these conversations.
Look at the brother.
We're told that attack was so brutal, the victim doesn't even remember it. Again, Vale, who is 38 years old, was given 82 years in prison for aggravated sexual assault.
They should have gave that motherfucker 182 years if he did that. If he did that. You know, obviously he's convicted by not getting the 82 years. The chick is still on trial, so we'll see what happens with her. We don't know if she told, if he told. I mean, you just never know in this situation. I'm sure forensics were used. Anyways, with that being said, gente, I just want to throw a little something out there. This is my first reaction. If you guys want me to react to other stuff, let me know. I just wanted to try this out. I finally learned this sound. Hey, I love the country. That's it. And we're back, man. And we're going to do this like this, man. And that's just what it is. With that being said, I hope that you move smooth with a purpose and that you get everything that you want coming to you. Remember, at the end of the day, it's all about struggling and striving for your familia. Only you can do it. I can't do it for you, humps. I would definitely love to, but Sasuke, I got my own shit going on. You know what I mean? And it'd be like that sometimes. If you like this, please hit that like and subscribe with a thumbs up. If not, thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears guns crown. I'm going to continue to strive and struggle for what I truly believe in, and that's bringing you the best content I possibly can here on YouTube. Let's react a little. Sasuke, we can make this happen, Captain. We get it to boom bangling. Bang, bang, the gun.